Good evening, Texas 4-H. I'm Caitlin with the Texas 4-H News at Congress. We had a few bills that generated some heated discussion, and here to get you up to date on those bills is our legislative reporter. What's it like at the Capitol, Carolyn?
I'm here with Haley and Jalen regarding Senate Bill 326. Could you tell us a little bit about this bill?
This bill is to put fire extinguishers in every classroom, not only for safety, but as a weapon.
Could you tell us why you support this bill?
Well, the current defense that classrooms have is just throwing things like books and pencils at intruders. And so a fire extinguisher would be much more effective because it can freeze and even suffocate intruders. And it also has a nozzle where you can aim much better.
Why do you oppose this bill?
Well, I oppose this bill because they want to use this as a weapon. Well, what if we have a rifle or a pistol or anything that's long range? What is that fire extinguisher really going to do? You can throw it, but is that really going to stop a bullet?
Thank you both for your thoughtful comments. Back to you, Caitlin.
Those were some interesting bills. I'm sure our senators and representatives will have their hands full trying to get these passed. Speaking of interesting, did anyone read the blog today? Schaefer got an interview with a press corps representative to tell you more about what they do.
I'm here with Annabelle. Tell me what it's like to be a member on the press corps.
Well, we start off our day walking off to the Capitol. We then meet in our room together and trying to discuss what topics would be juicy tidbits to go over. After that, we go to the rooms we're assigned. Today, I was Highway and Transportation, so I got to see 3 or 4 bills that were really debated over, and it was really great to watch. And then after that, we go back to the room together and we discuss what we've heard, what we can write about throughout the day. We then come back to our homeroom at the hotel, and we go ahead and write the articles and be sure to publish them tonight so we can get it underneath your doors for in the morning.
The press corps aren't the only ones with a full plate today. Our reporter also talked with a representative from the lobbyists.
So what did you do today?
Today, we had one final meeting as the lobbyists to decide what bills in each committee we were wanting to get passed through. And then we went into each the Senate and the House and advocated and just talked to the committee about which ones we wanted to be for and which ones we were against.
Thank you for your time. Back to you, Caitlin.
Sounds like a tough job. Thanks, Schaefer.
Breaking news, House Bill 270, Senate Bill 470 has died in both committees. We're here at the Capitol to talk to a few lobbyists, Speaker of the House, and Governor Herron about this development. And why do you feel this bill needed to fail?
I believe that 18-year-olds aren't old enough and mature enough to have a license to carry, therefore I felt like it needed to fail.
And how about you?
It really wasn't the synopsis of the bill that really deterred us, but the implication of what would happen after the bill would pass that really did.
And why do you feel like this bill needed to fail?
Well, the first time I read this bill, I liked the idea behind it because I do agree that some 18-year-olds are qualified and have the mental capabilities and responsibility to control a gun. But the deeper I got into it and the more I read, I really didn't like the requirements. To get this license, it only required 4 to 6 hours of online training, which is only about a fifth of what it takes to even get a driver's license. And a car can be a weapon, so can a gun. It's something that needs to be taken very seriously. I would be more supportive of this bill if it had something more of like a 30-hour course from a certified professional. I just really feel like it needs more background training to be able to have this bill. Lots of tests and requirements to make sure that whoever does get their hands on a gun is certified and trustworthy.
So, Governor, how do you feel about House Bill 270, Senate Bill 470 dying in committee?
Well, I would have definitely liked to have seen it debated on the floor. Obviously, I'm passionate about it. I feel like if I have the right to carry a gun in my truck, if I have the right to own a gun, then I should have the right to carry it on my person. But with such a hot topic and such a heavily debated bill, I think it would have been good to see it hit the floor and debated from people from around the state.
Beyond that, how do you feel about Congress so far?
Well, I think I've heard a lot of really healthy discussion. I think some great points have been brought up, and I think people are really learning about the legislative process and how we can improve Texas as a whole.
Well, thank you for your insights, Governor Herron. And back to you, Caitlin.
We had a great second day here at Texas 4-H Congress, and we look forward to tomorrow's activities. Enjoy the theme party tonight, have fun dancing, and be sure to get some sleep. We will see you tomorrow, and on behalf of Texas 4-H News, have a good night.